Good morning, I'm Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Get to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. I got a lot to talk about. I'm going to get straight into it. But even before I do that, I do want to mention today's program is brought to you in part by Spicer Kaplan and Veselka, as well as richclub.org. Going to go to our first guest, and her name is Parisnicole Payton. She's been on the program before. I believe we talked about managing the whole sports, the athletic side of the PR world, and but that's not what she's limited to. Isn't that correct, Parisnicole?
Yes, it is. How are you, Kevin?
Good. Glad to have you on the program. Kind of give us the elevator speech about your firm. Which is, by the way, the P&D agency. Go ahead.
Yes. It's the P&D agency, a public relations firm that we manage the public relations of sports and entertainment professionals as well as non-proctor sectors. We do measurable results in the local and national media placements.
Yeah, very good. And you've been doing this for how long?
Oh, my goodness, for 25 years.
Very good. Tell us a little bit about how you see businesses growing today.
Well, we are still in the crunch with today's economic struggle, especially as an entrepreneur or those that are sole proprietors who are freelance business people. We are still struggling with the whole dynamic of the spectrum of trying to get compensated for our skill set. In terms of corporate America, they are still downsizing, not as much as, from 2008 to 2012, but they are still downsizing. So we are still in a little bit of crunch, but we are wiggling our way out day by day. Tell us
about how you see that with your clients, the businesses that you work with.
Well, I work with a lot of sports and entertainment professionals independently. So the players and such as NFL players and sports entertainment professionals such as air personalities, radio personalities, and so forth, they are hiring publicists and marketing professionals independently. So we are on a private payroll, so to speak. And if their situation changes, such as their career declines or their career increase, that determines if they're going to keep us on their compensation payroll or not. And that's where the struggle is. It can go up and down. It can be very down spiral all at one time, but it can also be up spiral with a lot of rewards with, continuously networking, meeting other prospective clients, and just keeping your name out there, your brand alive out in the market, and just hoping that the current clients are consistently referring you.
Yeah, I would think part of the struggle is that people aren't very patient these days, are they? And when they're in something like dealing with a firm like yours that's PR based, it takes a lot of time to develop traction to prove something's working. And a lot of times they probably want to give up just about the time it's getting traction.
Right. I mean, a lot of people come to me and their expectations of public relations is not realistic at all,
right,
including the compensation package or their budgeting of hiring a publicist is not realistic. So when you have to take the time to educate them, advise them, and guide them, then it's this hiccup that you get between you and the client. It's like, oh, well, I can do it myself, or I don't need you, or I can find someone else cheaper. So it's not about, I'm charging you, something that's not reasonable. I'm charging you what I'm worth, what my skill sets are able to align what your business needs are. And if that's not understandable or the client can't comprehend that, then there is a problem. The problem is a lot of clients come with no expectations of what they're looking for. So if they don't know what they're looking for, they're not going to have an idea of what they should be putting out to retain your services.
Yeah. Talking to Parisnicole Payton. By the way, her website is thepnpagency.com. thepnpagency.com. So I'm sure that you end up finding yourself doing a lot of vetting of potential clients as clients are vetting you. Because the last thing you want to do is to start a campaign that's going to have to end quickly because the client doesn't have the wherewithal to do it the appropriate amount of time for it to work.
Well, a lot of clients don't want to put the energy into their own brand, and that's where there's a struggle. You know, public relations is not helping you to, become instant famous. We are here to help build awareness of your brand. So you must have a brand first before you even inquire a publicist or a marketing professional. And we are just here to bring a platform, a higher platform to your brand, whether that's locally or nationally or, whatever your needs are. It's not for us to make you famous. It doesn't work that way. That's so unrealistic. It's not, we're sitting behind a laptop and we're just, issuing out press releases. It's so much more than that. Public relations is about relationship marketing. And we're out there building relationships, making people awareness of your brand. We're marketing your brand. We're doing so much to your brand, but the problem is that the client has to put the energy into the brand. And a lot of clients don't. They just sit back and say, I need you to make me this and that. And it's like, well, what are you doing?
Right. Parisnicole Payton, very good as always. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you so much, Kevin. It was a pleasure. Happy holidays to you and all.
Yeah, same to you. By the way, learn more about Parisnicole at thepnpagency.com. When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here. Show us up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.